All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry.
Let me know when you hit record.
Ow.
You and this table.
No, seriously, that was my knee. Ow. Ow. Stop it. Ow. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5, 6,
Where's my glasses?
7, and an 8. Okay.
I don't have my glasses. Hang on.
Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal.
Just two patriotic girls.
So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
But I'm Natasha, and that's Debbie.
Oh, you got our names right.
Really? Do I get a
Teasing
gold?
with you.
Do I get a gold star?
Of course you do.
Yes.
Big one right here.
Lollipops. Anyway. Gosh. Welcome to Sunday's episode. We're glad to have you guys with us as always. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. But before you even think about subscribing to the channel, hold on. Go back, watch some of our other videos. Make sure you like us first. We want you to be in it with us for the long haul.
Yes.
So the content may change here and there. So, don't just subscribe based on one video. Just make sure you like what you're getting yourselves into.
Yeah. We want you to stick around for a while.
Yeah. Before we go on with our video here, we want to go and thank everybody, some of our patrons, not everybody, but some of our patrons here that join us over on Patreon. And you can support us there on Patreon, where you get exclusive content only. For example, our biggest tier that has really done successful is Cooking with Debbie, and her new episode will be up in just a couple days, so stay tuned on Patreon for that. So without further ado, let's thank just a couple of our patrons, and then we'll get into this video. I'm going to thank first my fellow Natasha. So thank you, Natasha Fletcher.
And Victoria Williamson.
Claire Lawton.
Wee J.
Alan Slade.
Ian Money. All over the place and get me lost.
I'm doing it so I don't have to say that name. Brett Hume.
I'll try to Yamaphil or Yamaphil.
I went around the paper so I wouldn't have to say that because I don't know how to say it. Roberta Laverty. Laverty?
Anthony Pope.
See, you had Anthony Pope. That was easy.
Oh, thanks.
We worry about pronunciations.
But thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting us on Patreon. And that's just a few of our patrons. We'll say some more in the next video. And thank you for your support for the last couple videos, especially our Travel Wednesday episodes. You guys seem to be liking them almost as much as us. Because I have to say, we're liking them more. You get to see these places, we don't. But join us for Travel Wednesday upcoming. I'm not telling you where we're going yet.
Surprise.
Yeah. Well, I haven't 100% for sure made up my mind, but I'm 99% sure. So, but we'll surprise you. So this video today is something that I find will be really yeah, that's what I find. Educational and informative for us. We just recently, in the last couple months, learned the word Tesco. I had Debbie actually ask me tonight, what's Tesco again? And we only know this from the comments section on some of our videos and Facebook comments as well, that it's a grocery store in the UK. One we do not have here, or at least we thought we didn't. So this video says, it's titled, Why Tesco Failed in the United States. Again, we didn't know it wasn't even over in the United States. We don't know much. All we know is it's a grocery store. We're going to be learning a lot on this video, so I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Education is the whole reason that we started the channel. And so we're really interested in finding out about Tesco. Drop us a line and let us know your thoughts if you even knew it was in the US. Because, again, we didn't know. So, lots to learn.
When you think about London, the obvious landmarks come to mind: Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and the Tower Bridge. But there is an unofficial staple in the UK that extends well beyond the country: Tesco. It's the largest retailer in the UK with over 3,400 stores. The brand has been met with success abroad in Europe and Asia, with international operation profits of over $500 million in 2018. There are more than 6,500 stores worldwide, but there is one place that the UK retailer just didn't take off: the United States. Tesco announced its US expansion in 2006, and at the time, Tesco was the third biggest retailer on the planet. But the brand just didn't click with Americans. Tesco left the US in 2013 when it sold off its remaining stores to Yucaipa companies.
Okay.
To understand why Tesco failed in the US, let's go back to the company's start. Tesco got its start in 1919 when Jack Cohen began selling surplus groceries from a stall in London's East End. The first official Tesco store opened 10 years later with the idea of bringing affordable foods to the people of Great Britain. In the 1930s and 1940s, Tesco expanded across London and the suburbs. Tesco went public on the London Stock Exchange in 1947, and in the 1950s, it opened its first supermarket. Starting in the 1990s, Tesco set its sights on global expansion. Tesco had stores in the Czech Republic, Poland, Ireland, Thailand, Malaysia, and India. By 2007, Tesco had over 1,300 stores in 12 countries. In that same year, the company invested roughly $500 million to establish operations in the United States. And in November of 2007, Tesco entered the US market. Instead of going by the name Tesco, these stores opened under the name Fresh and Easy. The name was supposed to introduce Americans to what they would expect from shopping at Tesco in America: fresh food at a reasonable price. It also had small store formats to make shopping simpler, and it
We never had a Fresh and Easy.
Not
Here.
in these parts.
Not in these parts.
That did sound ridiculously hillbilly.
And that is an American stereotype, my friends. Thank you, cowboy, cowgirl, Debbie.
Not that I know of.
Not in these here parts.
There was some weird little store, but that was too recent.
Well, we have Fresh Market, which looks very similar to that sign, doesn't it? It looks somewhat similar.
Somewhat similar.
But it's interesting how that already in 2 minutes. Why would they just leave it as Tesco though? Because people that moved from the UK here and the
I
other
don't
country
know.
that had it would have been like, oh, there's Tesco.
Maybe they had a different name in the other countries too.
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe.
All right, well, let's get back to that because Fresh. That looks a lot like Fresh Market's sign. Kinda. Anyway, let's find out.
The name was supposed to introduce Americans to what they would expect from shopping at Tesco in America: fresh food at a reasonable price. It also had small store formats to make shopping simpler, and it offered lower prices under its company-owned labels. For Americans, the shopping experience at Tesco was a lot different from what they were used to. Fresh and Easy stores were a fraction of the size of the average American grocery store. They were designed for the kind of consumer who shops daily. There were more ready-to-go meals for consumers than your typical American grocery store. And there were lots of self-service checkouts. The format of typical American grocers are really big compared to Tesco's. They're designed for a shopper who shops in bulk and on a weekly basis. That means checkout counters are typically staffed with clerks and baggers, and there are more brand names on shelves. And there isn't nearly as big an emphasis on ready-to-go meals.
The designation fresh
Hold on.
and easy.
Okay, so this is fascinating to me. So basically, what store does that remind you of then? Tesco. Where do I love? Where's the only store I even go to?
More of Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. I don't think that's in the UK. I could be wrong. But Trader Joe's, if it's wrong, if it is just American, and I think it might be, but I'm not sure, is like the only store I go to for groceries, which sounds exactly like Tesco. I love that store. And they're huge here. So this is going to be interesting to find out why. I mean, they're huge. Those stores are huge. Now, they said they left in 2013, right, at the beginning?
I believe that's what they said.
That's interesting because Trader Joe's has been around way longer than that. And then like even Whole Foods, Fresh Market, which are almost basically what they're describing Tesco to be,
Right.
do exceedingly well. So obviously I'm, ahead of myself here, but I'm just interested as to why they went out. I just found that to be interesting. I'm like, see, like that's like a Kroger, which is like our big grocery store here. You'd go and get all the big stuff,
Yeah,
but
which what I saw in the beginning, Tesco actually ranks 2 spots higher than Kroger.
oh, Kroger was on the list?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive, United Kingdom. Okay.
An emphasis on ready-to-go meals.
The designation fresh and easy is actually a very good sub-branding. In other words, fresh and easy, pretty much sums up the two key attributes that they were selling. Freshness of the product and convenience.
The first of Tesco's 53 Fresh and Easy stores all launched in the West in states like California, Arizona, and Nevada. So how did Tesco come up with its strategy for the US? It actually embedded with the American consumer before entering the market. Tesco sent executives and anthropologists to live with families in the US to get a sense of how the typical American family spends their money on groceries.
And they put a large number of people, maybe 40 people, into California to research the market. But these people did not research the market very intelligently. They understood the culture to a degree. The concept of these fresh and easy stores, these small convenience stores with fresh and easy food, that was something that would work in London with Tesco Express, but wouldn't work so easily in the LA area.
And at
that's
Tesco's
where I'm
peak in the
stopping.
United States, it had 200.
Soon as he said in the West, California, I'm like, that would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Although I keep thinking Trader Joe's started in California.
I think they did.
I think they did too. Someone's going to check me on this. But I'm just saying, like, if you're introducing a new place like that, I would think our area would be much better in the East Coast.
Possibly.
Well, think about it. Like, it's if you're going in daily shoppers, you're not going to get those people. You're going to get more of those people in the East. More with like walking distance and things like that. People are so spread out in the West.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I thought California specifically
Pretty
was
spread out.
pretty.
But yeah,
Right.
but California at the same time, they like.
Although Arizona, and Nevada more spread out.
Right. I'm saddened.
Express, but wouldn't work so easily in the LA area.
And at Tesco's peak in the United States, it had 208 fresh and easy banner stores, and all were in the West. That was actually well below expectations. Tesco initially planned to open 200 stores by the end of 2008, but it ultimately wanted to open 1,000 stores. But by 2013, the retailer was hemorrhaging cash in its first 5 years in the US.
Why?
The company racked up losses of over $1.5 billion.
Are sales improving on a weekly basis?
Every week.
Are they meeting Tesco's original targets?
Our sales are improving every week and we're very happy we're exceeding budget.
You're exceeding budget?
We are exceeding our budget.
You're making a profit?
We are, I didn't say that, I said we're exceeding our budget.
Okay.
Tesco anticipated it would finally break even in 2014, but the brand decided not to wait it out. It announced in April of 2013 that Tesco would exit the US market. What went so wrong with Tesco in the US? When Tesco launched in America, its stores were all located in the West.
At the time they
I said
decided to
it.
enter the U.S. market, they'd done their research. They had found that per capita spending at supermarkets in the western states where they had targeted was higher than any other region in the country, actually about 15% higher than the national average in 2007.
But then the financial crisis of 2008 hit. Like many other companies, Tesco didn't see the Great Recession coming.
Where two of the core metropolitan areas that they had decided to focus on were Phoenix and Las Vegas. When the recession hit, the economy in those two metro regions cratered. The subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession was going to be bad news for anybody. But their particular geographic focus in the West meant that it was particularly bad news for them.
Tesco's locations also happen to be in some of the states affected most by the Great Recession. Arizona, California, and Nevada saw unemployment rates that are higher than the national average. Consumers in these states also cut back on spending, and when they did spend, they went to retailers that offered the lowest prices possible.
But just in general, in terms of entering the market, in terms of the recession.
That definitely explains a lot. The 2008 financial crisis going on.
And I was right.
You were right. By being out in the West and specifically in those areas, definitely did not help them.
That's just a shame. And they pulled out before it could have. This could have went really well if they just waited it out.
Maybe they'll come back.
Well, it's been since 2013. It's 2022. I don't think they're coming back. It's been almost 10
9
years.
Yeah.
Let's not
Need to reevaluate.
let's not get too excited.
Possible.
But just in general, in terms of entering the market, in terms of the recession, this is a really bad time to kind of have this message that Fresh and Easy espoused of having, hey, fresh and healthy products at a competitive price. Because as consumers look to stretch their budgets as far as possible when the recession hits, they turn to well-known retailers that had long-standing reputations for low prices.
That's true.
These stores were also in areas where there wasn't much foot traffic.
So they ended up
I said that.
acquiring leases on a large number of properties that were basically on the wrong side of the road. In other words, they were on the inbound commuting side of the highway instead of the
Why would they do that?
outbound or going home side of the highway. So you can see immediately that, you know, people are going to go straight by them on the way into work when you want to go in to get something to eat on the way home from work.
Right.
They're on the wrong side of the road.
Geography was only part of the problem. Tesco also faced pushback by the American consumers. The fresh and easy stores didn't embrace the idea of the classic American grocer. Instead, they embraced Tesco's British style of food shopping. American grocery shoppers tend to gravitate toward larger stores that have everything under one roof. But the fresh and easy chains were approximately 1/5 the size of the typical American grocery store.
Like a Trader Joe's.
The reason for the smaller store footprints is because Tesco's typical shopper shops at the store daily. Smaller stores make it easier for shoppers in the UK to grab what they need on a day-to-day basis and go home. But American consumers tend to grocery shop in bulk on a weekly basis. Plus, the fresh and easy stores also place a substantial focus on ready-to-go meals, which are a big seller in the UK and Europe. Tesco built a massive distribution center in Riverside, California.
Okay, hold up. See, in my head, I pictured Tesco to be like this giant Walmart, you know? Just because I guess that's what, you know, you see most of. But we don't like going to the bigger stores. And why do Americans? We do like the whole 1 week. I think we're just buying so we don't have to keep going out.
Well,
Because
I think it goes back to, you know, we used to be cities and the suburbs move out and you had to drive further for the grocery store. So it wasn't just.
But that's not how it is now.
No, not now. But it's just buying habits. And plus they reduce the price on stuff if you buy in bulk. So.
Of course. But, you know, when we go to Trader Joe's and we buy stuff there, I'm just using Trader Joe's as my example for your Tesco. That's what it seems like. They're very similar. You know, you want fresh stuff and you're going to have a couple days of, well, you have more than a couple days on the expiration date, but you do need to go there more often to get more stuff. It's not a bulk store. But I'm sad because I feel like if they had started this in the East, like I originally said, this place would be booming because we have stores like this, not just Trader Joe's, not just Whole Foods, but there's Fresh Market. There's a few other places too. And they do really, really well here. So I'm sad.
I seem to,
Yeah. So but let's get back. Sorry. I'm bummed.
Big seller in the UK and Europe. Tesco built a massive distribution center in Riverside, California, complete with commercial kitchens that help churn out these prepared meals. But Americans are more accustomed to ordering takeout or cooking meals themselves.
Yes.
Then there were the safety issues with Tesco's food that turned away American shoppers.
To address food safety issues, fresh and easy stores offered produce that was wrapped together in cellophane bundles. Now, consumers in the U.S., however, and that might have worked in the UK and in Europe, but consumers in the U.S., they're picky when it comes to getting their produce because people want to be able to touch their produce before buying it. However, because the food was wrapped, or the produce was wrapped in cellophane, people weren't able to do that. And additionally, if they wanted, for example, like one item, like one onion or one bell pepper, they were not able to do that. They would have to buy it kind of in wrapped with multiple items.
Tesco's fresh and easy chains didn't go after big retailers like Target and Walmart.
What were you going to say?
Basically what he said. I don't want to get a pack of peppers. I'd like to pick up my peppers individually to look at them and see if they're all good.
See, now I always think it's gross when people touch the produce.
That's why I come home and wash it.
Well, yeah, we do wash our produce, but you don't have to if it's already prepackaged. I'm with you, Tesco. I'm with you. And Trader Joe's does that too on a lot of their produce.
Yeah, they do.
But the thing that I find interesting though about that is when you see packaged produce like that, you do think more that it's more expensive and you think it's less fresh.
You do.
That's just the American mentality.
Right.
You know, and that's what we're used to. I'm sure it's just as fresh, if not fresher. But
yeah, you're getting that package and the one in the back that you can't see has got a big old black spot on it.
Right.
That's what I think.
Yeah, and I think that's why Americans like to look in our produce is we like to check it, make sure it's good. So it's making me really sad because I want more stores like that here.
Yeah.
You agree?
I do.
Okay. I rewound it just a hair.
Thanks.
Multiple items.
Tesco's fresh and easy chains didn't go after big retailers like Target and Walmart. They tried to target a niche market of consumers. But the stores just simply didn't resonate with the American shoppers.
The wrong area.
In the end, Tesco pulled out in 2013 at the cost of several $billion. It sold off its stores and its distribution and production facilities to Yucaipa companies. Yucaipa acquired more than 150 store locations, while the others were shuttered by Tesco. Tesco also ended up loaning Yucaipa companies $120 million to take over the Fresh and Easy brand. But just 2 years later after the sale, Yucaipa began to close down the remaining Fresh and Easy stores, and in 2015, the company filed for bankruptcy. CNBC reached out to Tesco about the company's time in the US, but the company did not respond to any questions. But Tesco isn't the only British supermarket to fail in the US. Sainsbury's exited the US in 2004, and Marks and Spencer's called it quits in 2006.
We have Marks and Spencer's?
So Tesco's ill-fated attempt to break into the US wasn't totally unprecedented, but it did turn out to be one of the biggest failures yet, and resulted in major losses for the UK retailer.
Sorry. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Well, that was like a taste. That was just like enough to wet your whistle and make you still thirsty. Well, I'm serious because that...
That's sad. I mean, I hate to see any company go under.
Well, they didn't go under. They just didn't.
Well, didn't make it here in this market.
Well, I guess we're a tough place to crack because we're stuck in our ways. But at the same time, we're not, because this is why I'm so frustrated. I would like more history and see even more. They showed some, which was nice. But a couple questions. Is all of the UK? I know there was a flash on the screen there for a second where it said, I thought he said Great Britain. So if you said Great Britain, then that's not the UK, because I know that now. But Sainsbury's, I'm not sure. I didn't know that was here.
No, it wasn't in our area anyway.
Yeah, we're left out in the Midwest. It's either like New York area or California.
Easy to get their products in and out.
Well, it's a bigger market too. There's more people per capita, and they're more squeezed in there. But again, I'm just sad because it's the type of place that you and I like to go and get fresher foods, and it's just we can't have too many of those because we have plenty of large. We do not shop at Walmart. One thing we will not, if we go to Walmart just to look at something, we will not buy food from that place. I will not buy food from Walmart. You can go down any shelf. I've done this, and I can find expired food products every time I go in there. Just no, ew. Ugh. Sorry to those that like to shop at Walmart, but we don't.
Well, me personally, I know he touched on it, and he says that most Americans like to go to the bigger grocery stores because they can buy in bulk. Me personally, and I know quite a few clients I talk to have kind of gone more to the smaller grocery stores. Yeah. One, I don't want to walk 4 football fields to get a loaf of bread.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well,
and then have to walk 4 football fields back.
You're not just getting a loaf of bread, though.
So I can check myself out.
You're getting more than a loaf of bread. You're getting like 10 loaves of bread that are all going to go bad before you can even eat them.
Well, you could buy one.
I know, but I'm just saying, but more like we don't, specifically for us being a two people household, we don't buy bulk.
Yeah, it goes bad. It's a waste for us.
Yeah. So, but this was interesting, and I would like to know more about Tesco. And I'm just really bummed that it's not something that's stuck around because, honest to God, in this market, in the last few years especially, really, even in 2013, like the stores I'm referring to that have done well, that are like this, we're doing really well then. It just seems like they really made a mistake as far as the location. Yeah. And that's a big bummer that ruined it for the rest of us here. So let us know in the comments. Are you guys shoppers of Tesco? Do you love it? What do you think about it? We're disappointed that we never got to have an attempt to try it, and it stinks. Yeah. But that was fun, and I'm glad we got to learn a little bit about Tesco. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something too. Let us know if you did. And again, please like the video. Consider subscribing. And we'll be back on Wednesday for Travel Wednesday.
Travel Wednesday.
We don't know for sure yet where we're going.
We don't know where we're going. You don't know where we're going.
They might know better
than that. It should be a surprise.
It should be a surprise to all of us. I will say if it's the place that I'm going to probably stick with, I'm very excited about it. Because it's something I've heard.
Excited?
I'll tell you later. She actually already knows. You don't remember, do you?
Not really.
Okay. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. We appreciate you as always. Again, we can't wait to see you for Travel Wednesday. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.